Your channel is invisible right now, not because your content is bad, not because your production quality is lacking, but because the YouTube algorithm has no reason to show your videos to anyone. Every minute, 500 hours of content are uploaded to YouTube. That means your latest video, the one you spent days or weeks creating, is competing with 30,000 other videos uploaded in the same hour. And unless you understand exactly how the algorithm decides which of those 30,000 videos to promote, your content will stay buried regardless of how good it is. Most creators approach YouTube growth the way someone might approach a lottery. They make the best content they can, upload it, and hope the algorithm notices. They optimize their thumbnails, they write compelling titles, they add tags and descriptions, they promote on social media, and then they wait. Some videos get a few hundred views. Occasionally one breaks through to a few thousand. But consistent, predictable growth never happens. What I am about to share with you is not theory. 3 months ago, I had 12,000 subscribers after 2 years of inconsistent uploading. Today, I have over 200,000 subscribers. That growth did not happen because I got lucky with a viral video or because I suddenly became more talented at creating content. It happened because I stopped treating YouTube like a creative platform and started treating it like a systematic algorithm that responds to specific inputs in predictable ways. My name is Alex, and I have spent the last 3 years studying how the YouTube algorithm actually works, not through guesswork or anecdotal advice, but through systematic testing, analytics analysis, and conversations with creators who have built channels to millions of subscribers. What I discovered is that nearly everything most small creators believe about YouTube growth is either incomplete or wrong. They focus on the wrong metrics, optimize for the wrong outcomes, and make decisions based on what feels right rather than what the data shows actually works. My background is in data analysis and systems optimization. Before focusing on YouTube, I worked in performance marketing, where success was measured in conversion rates, customer acquisition costs, and lifetime value calculations. When I applied that same analytical framework to YouTube, I realized that channel growth is not mysterious. It is mathematical. The algorithm is not random, it is responsive. And the difference between channels that grow and channels that stagnate comes down to understanding what the algorithm is optimizing for and giving it exactly that. Now, I want to ask something from you before we continue. I am going to share the complete framework I used to grow from 12,000 to 200,000 subscribers in 3 months. Everything in this video is based on what actually worked, backed by analytics data and tested across multiple content types. What I ask in return is that you subscribe to this channel right now. If you watch this entire video and you do not learn something that fundamentally changes how you approach YouTube, if you do not think it was worth your time, you can unsubscribe. But if you are serious about growing your channel, hit that subscribe button. This is the information that took me 3 years to figure out. I am giving it to you in the next 20 minutes. So subscribe now and let me show you how YouTube growth actually works. To understand how to grow on YouTube, you first need to understand what the algorithm is actually optimizing for. Most creators think YouTube wants views. That is partially true, but it is not the complete picture. What YouTube is fundamentally optimizing for is watch time. Not total views, not subscriber counts, not likes or comments, but the total amount of time viewers spend watching content on the platform. The reason is straightforward. YouTube makes money from advertising. The more time people spend watching videos, the more ads YouTube can show, and the more revenue it generates. Every decision the algorithm makes is designed to maximize total watch time across the platform. This has profound implications for how you should create and structure your content. The algorithm does not care whether your video is well produced, whether your editing is clean, or whether you have expensive equipment. What it cares about is whether viewers watch your video all the way through and then continue watching other videos afterward. This is measured through several key metrics. The first is average view duration, which is the average amount of time viewers spend watching your video. The second is average percentage viewed, which is what percentage of your total video length viewers watch on average. The third is click-through rate, which is the percentage of people who see your video in their feed and actually click on it. And the fourth is session watch time, which measures whether viewers who watch your video continue watching other videos on YouTube or leave the platform afterward. These 4 metrics are what the algorithm uses to determine whether your video is worth promoting. If your video has high click-through rate but low average view duration, the algorithm interprets this as clickbait. The thumbnail and title attracted viewers, but the content did not deliver. That video will not be promoted widely. If your video has high average view duration but low click-through rate, the algorithm interprets this as good content with poor packaging. It will promote the video to some extent based on the strong retention, but growth will be limited because not enough people are clicking when they see it. The ideal video has both high click-through rate and high average view duration. This tells the algorithm that people want to watch the video based on the thumbnail and title, and they actually follow through by watching most or all of it. Those are the videos that get pushed aggressively into suggested videos, browse features, and recommended feeds. Now here is where most creators go wrong. They focus almost exclusively on click-through rate. They spend hours designing thumbnails and crafting titles that will get clicks, but they spend almost no time structuring their content to maximize retention. The result is that they might get initial impressions from the algorithm, but as soon as the retention data comes in showing that viewers are leaving early, the algorithm stops promoting the video. The video dies in the first 24 to 48 hours, never reaching its potential audience. What I realized is that retention is the bottleneck for most creators. Their packaging is often good enough, their thumbnails and titles are adequate, but their content structure is causing viewers to leave early, which kills algorithmic promotion. The question then becomes, how do you structure content to maximize retention? And this is where understanding human psychology becomes critical. The mistake that prevents most channels from growing is that creators make videos for themselves rather than for the algorithm and the viewer. They create content based on what they find interesting, what they want to talk about, or what they think demonstrates their expertise. But they do not structure that content in a way that maintains viewer attention from start to finish. Let me give you a concrete example. A typical creator makes a video about a topic they care about. They start with a brief introduction explaining what the video is about. Then they dive into the main content, explaining things in the order that makes sense to them logically. They include tangents, additional context, and related points because those things are interesting. They wrap up with a conclusion that summarizes what was covered. This structure feels natural because it is how we are taught to present information in academic settings. But it is terrible for YouTube retention. Here is why. The first 15 seconds of your video are the most critical. If viewers are not hooked in those first 15 seconds, they leave. And when they leave early, your average view duration plummets, your average percentage view drops, and the algorithm stops promoting your video. Most creators waste those first 15 seconds on introductions, channel branding, or slow build-ups to the actual content. By the time they get to the interesting part, 30 to 50% of viewers have already clicked away. The second mistake is burying the payoff. Creators structure videos like mystery novels, slowly building toward a conclusion or answer at the end. This works in long-form content where the audience is committed. But on YouTube, viewers have infinite other options, one click away. If they do not get value immediately and continuously throughout the video, they leave. The third mistake is including unnecessary tangents and context. Every second of your video should either deliver on the promise made in the title and thumbnail or build toward that delivery. Anything else is friction that gives viewers a reason to leave. When I analyzed my own videos and compared high retention videos to low retention videos, I found a clear pattern. Videos that hooked viewers in the first 5 seconds delivered value continuously throughout and maintained focus on a single idea. Had retention rates 20 to 30% higher than videos that followed traditional structure. That difference in retention translated directly to algorithmic promotion. High retention videos got pushed aggressively, low retention videos died quickly, regardless of how good the actual information was. This is the fundamental insight that changed everything for me. Content quality matters, but only if people watch it. And people only watch it if the structure maintains their attention from start to finish. Once I understood this, I rebuilt my entire content strategy around retention first, everything else second. So what did I actually do to grow from 12,000 to 200,000 subscribers in 3 months? I implemented a systematic framework that addressed every element the algorithm cares about. The first change was restructuring my video openings. Instead of starting with introductions or slow builds, I started every video with what I call a pattern interrupt hook. This is a statement or visual in the first 3 seconds that stops the scroll and creates immediate curiosity. For example, instead of starting with "Hello and welcome to my channel," I would start with "Your channel is invisible right now," or "Most creators are optimizing for the wrong metrics." Something that creates an immediate tension that the viewer wants resolved. Then, in the next 10 to 15 seconds, I would deliver on that hook with a specific intriguing promise. Not a vague promise like "I am going to teach you about YouTube growth," but a specific one like "I am going to show you the exact framework I used to grow from 12,000 to 200,000 subscribers in 3 months. This combination of pattern interrupt plus specific promise reduced my drop-off in the first 15 seconds from 40% to less than 20%. That single change had a massive impact on overall retention and algorithmic promotion. The second change was aggressive content editing. I went through every script before filming and removed anything that did not directly serve the core promise of the video. Every tangent, every piece of background context that was not essential, every interesting but unrelated point got cut. My videos became tighter, more focused, and significantly shorter. What used to be 20 to 30-minute videos became 12 to 18-minute videos with the same core content but without the filler. This improved both average view duration and average percentage viewed because there was less video length for viewers to drop off during. The third change was strategic mid-roll engagement. I identified the points in my videos where retention typically dropped and added pattern interrupts at those moments. Sometimes this was a visual change, like switching from talking head to screen recording. Sometimes it was a tonal shift, like introducing a controversial point or asking a provocative question. The goal was to re-engage viewers at moments where attention naturally wanes. This smoothed out retention curves and prevented the steep drop-offs that kill algorithmic promotion. The fourth change was optimizing for session watch time, not just video watch time. I started ending every video with a strong call to action to watch another specific video on my channel. Not a vague watch, more of my content, but a direct "this is the next video you should watch. And here is why." I also started creating videos in loose series where each video naturally led to the next. This increased the percentage of viewers who continued watching my content after finishing a video, which signaled to the algorithm that my channel was good at keeping viewers on the platform. The fifth change was systematic thumbnail and title testing. I created 3 to 5 thumbnail variations for every video and used YouTube's A/B testing feature to determine which one had the highest click-through rate. I applied the same process to titles. This was not creative guesswork. It was systematic testing to find what actually got clicks from my target audience. Over time, I developed pattern recognition for what worked. High contrast, close-up faces showing clear emotion, and bold text that created curiosity without giving away the answer consistently outperformed other approaches. The sixth change was publishing consistency and volume. I went from uploading once or twice per month to 3 times per week. This had 2 effects. First, it gave the algorithm more opportunities to test my content and find the videos that would break through. Second, it created momentum. Each video that performed well gave the algorithm more confidence in promoting the next one. Consistency signaled that I was a serious creator worth investing algorithmic promotion in. The seventh change was leveraging analytics obsessively. After every video, I analyzed the retention graph minute by minute to see where viewers dropped off. I looked at traffic sources to understand where the algorithm was promoting the video. I compared performance across different topics, formats, and video lengths. This data informed every decision. If a particular video format performed significantly better, I made more videos in that format. If a topic generated high retention, I created follow-up videos on related topics. I treated YouTube like a scientist treats an experiment. Hypothesis, test, measure, iterate. The eighth change was understanding and targeting the browse features. Most of my early growth came not from search or suggested videos, but from YouTube recommending my videos on the homepage to non-subscribers. This only happens when the algorithm has high confidence that a viewer will click and watch. To increase browse placement, I focused on creating videos on topics with broad appeal, packaged with high curiosity thumbnails and titles. Once a video started getting traction in browse features, it created a snowball effect. More impressions led to more views led to more data confirming the video was engaging, and more data led to more aggressive promotion. Let me give you the analytical breakdown of what actually happened during those 3 months. In month 1, I went from 12,000 to 35,000 subscribers. This was primarily driven by 2 videos that broke through into browse features and accumulated over 500,000 views each. The key to those videos was not luck, it was systematic application of the retention optimization framework. Both videos had first 15-second retention above 80% and overall average view duration above 50%. These metrics told the algorithm that viewers wanted to watch these videos all the way through. In month 2, I went from 35,000 to 90,000 subscribers. This growth was driven by increased publishing volume and the momentum effect. The algorithm had more confidence in my channel after the success of the month 1 videos, so new uploads got promoted more aggressively from the start. I also started benefiting from catalog views. Viewers who discovered my channel through new videos went back and watched older videos, which created additional watch time that signaled to the algorithm that my entire catalog was valuable. In month 3, I went from 90,000 to 200,000 subscribers. This was the compounding effect fully realized. Nearly every video I uploaded received significant browse feature promotion within the first 24 hours. My subscriber base was large enough that new uploads got immediate engagement, which created early momentum that the algorithm amplified. And viewers were binge-watching multiple videos per session, which maximized session watch time and told the algorithm that my channel was excellent at keeping people on the platform. What is critical to understand is that this growth was not linear, it was exponential. The first month was slow, the second month accelerated, the third month exploded. This is how algorithmic promotion works. Once the algorithm identifies your channel as consistently producing high engagement content, it promotes you more aggressively. More promotion leads to more data confirming engagement, which leads to even more promotion. It is a positive feedback loop that compounds over time. Here is what I learned from a systems perspective that applies regardless of your niche or content type. YouTube growth is not about creating the best content. It is about creating content that the algorithm can identify as engaging and promote effectively. The algorithm cannot watch your videos and subjectively determine quality. It can only measure engagement through clicks and watch time. Your job as a creator is to optimize for those metrics while delivering genuine value. This means packaging matters as much as content. A brilliant video that no one clicks on is invisible. A highly clickable video that no one watches all the way through is penalized. You need both. This also means that production quality, while nice, is not the bottleneck for most creators. You do not need expensive cameras or professional editing. What you need is tight scripting, strong hooks, and content structure that maintains attention. I have seen creators with smartphone cameras and basic editing grow faster than creators with studio setups because their retention was better. Finally, and this is perhaps the most important insight, YouTube rewards consistency and volume more than perfection. The creators who grow fastest are not the ones who spend months perfecting each video. They are the ones who publish consistently, analyze performance, learn from the data, and iterate quickly. Every video is a test. Every piece of analytics data is feedback. The faster you can run tests and incorporate feedback, the faster you grow. Waiting for perfect conditions or perfect content is a recipe for stagnation. Here is the bigger picture. YouTube is not a platform where you hope to get discovered. It is a platform where you systematically train the algorithm to promote your content by consistently delivering what it is optimizing for. When you understand that the algorithm is not working against you but is simply responding to signals, you can engineer those signals deliberately. High click-through rate signals that your packaging is working. High retention signals that your content delivers on the promise. High session watch time signals that your channel keeps viewers on the platform. Strong early engagement signals that your content resonates with your audience. Each of these signals is within your control. You can improve click-through rate through systematic thumbnail and title testing. You can improve retention through content structure and editing. You can improve session watch time through strategic calls to action and series creation. You can improve early engagement through audience targeting and publishing strategy. None of this requires talent or luck. It requires understanding the system and optimizing for what the system rewards. The creators who grow are the ones who treat YouTube as a system to be understood and optimized rather than a creative platform where quality magically wins. Quality matters, but only within the context of algorithmic promotion. Without promotion, even the best content reaches no one. With promotion, even average content reaches millions. Your goal is to create content that is both genuinely valuable and optimized for promotion. That combination is what creates sustainable growth. So here is what you need to do if you want to replicate this growth. First, if you have not already subscribed to this channel, do it right now. I am going to continue creating videos that break down exactly how YouTube works and how to optimize every aspect of your channel for growth. Everything I share is based on data and real results, not theory or guesswork. Second, audit your last 10 videos. Look at the retention graphs. Identify where viewers are dropping off. Is it in the first 15 seconds? That means your hook is weak. Is it consistently at certain points throughout the video? That means your content structure has friction. Use this data to understand where your biggest opportunities for improvement are. Third, restructure your next video using the framework I outlined: pattern interrupt, hook in the first 3 seconds. Specific promise in the first 15 seconds. Aggressive editing to remove anything that does not serve the core promise. Strategic re-engagement points throughout. Strong call to action at the end, directing viewers to the next video. Measure the retention on this optimized video against your previous videos and see the difference. Fourth, commit to publishing consistency for at least 3 months. You cannot build algorithmic momentum with sporadic uploads. The algorithm needs data, and data requires volume. Aim for at least 1 video per week, ideally more if you can maintain quality. Fifth, stop comparing yourself to large creators and start studying what they are doing right. Analyze their thumbnails, their titles, their opening hooks, their retention strategies. Successful creators are successful because they understand these systems. Learn from their execution. Finally, remember that growth on YouTube is a marathon, not a sprint. My 3-month growth period came after 2 years of learning, testing, and building foundational knowledge. Do not expect overnight results. Expect incremental improvement that compounds over time. If you apply these principles consistently, you will see growth. It might not be as explosive as mine. Your niche, your content type, and your starting point all affect the timeline. But growth will happen because you will be optimizing for what the algorithm rewards. Thank you for watching. Subscribe now if you have not already, and I will see you in the next video where we break down advanced thumbnail psychology and how to engineer clicks without resorting to clickbait.